Hello, people. Hey, Andrew. I saw you were sharing that link there. Hi, Eggman. Hi, Soria. Bye time. Hi, Eden does stuff. So, yeah, sorry. The reason I was setting up, but I suddenly realized as I was getting ready, it is actually the time when I feed my cats. So I was like, ooh, let's like get started by immediately feeding these fools. There's Glenn, there's look at them. Yeah, they have been having an absolute tantrum of wanting their food. Look at like the stare down I'm getting over here. So yeah, they always get fed at this time. So I was like, hey, let's get started by like, we'll feed the cats and then we'll make food to feed humans. So hi Strawberry Sunday, hi Cursed Colors, hi Torn Mask, hi everyone. Sorry if I missed anyone. Let me just I'll catch up with y'all in a second. Let's feed these kitties first though. Are you too hungry? I don't even know why I'm asking. Of course you're hungry. You're always hungry. These two have been making like such a mess. Like when they like want food, they get like angry and they start destroying things, and that's what's been happening. So we must placate the beasts. And we'll see if like we have them like maybe joining us for some of the pie making too. Especially the tuxedo one, Sid. He gets very, very curious about things. So he might barge in on the pie making process. I know you're so hungry. You're so hungry. Oh, it's like you haven't been fed in years. This is when they get their wet food. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Make sure we see them. Oh, sorry. Did I get a super chat? Wait, hold on. I missed who it was from. Let me grab my laptop so I can see the rest of the chat. 1 second. Oh, it's from Eggman. Thank you so much, Eggman. Yeah, feed the kitties. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little dressed up. I was actually filming some content for something that I'll share soon. It's nothing like super interesting, but yeah, I was like, well, as long as I'm doing this, like, let's like get dressed up and stuff. Yeah, sorry, let me catch up with the chat. One second. I haven't got my laptop over here so I can see some of this. Yeah, I'm so glad you made it, Cursed Colors. Hi, Glamrock. Fixing your mango cosplay torn mask. Oh, wait, hold on, let me turn this a little better so you can see the kitty better. There we go. Glenn was a little cut off there. Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, Eggman. I really appreciate it. Beasts must be fed before they commit war crimes. Yeah, seriously, like Sid has just been like on a warpath for the last like hour. Like I was almost tempted to feed them early, but then I was like, nah, cause like it would be fun to like live stream it, right? Oh, you finished fixing the cosplay? Oh, okay, good. Cute cats, yeah, thank you, Kendra. Aren't they adorable? I have to keep watch on them though, because like they like to steal food from each other. So I'm just like keeping an eye on them for a second here before we get started. Hey, Monty Cosplays. We'll see the streams in the middle of the night. I want to say hi. Oh, that's okay. Hello. Love your content and all the stuff you post. Your comfort creator. Oh, thank you so much, Amani Cosplays. I really appreciate it. Well, hopefully, like, you know, I don't expect this to be a very long stream. I'm thinking like maximum 2 hours. So, you know, even if it's the middle of the night for you, this would be an easy one to watch back later if you want to. Maybe love more cat shenanigans. You're gonna steal my kitties. Yeah. They'd let you too. They're like very, very sweet kitties. Still doing course placement stuff might not be a real stream, but I am for now. That's okay, Soria. I'm glad you're here. For as long as you can be here. And hopefully I'll actually pull this off, because, oh, Glenn's done. Y'all finished? Good job, mister. Now you let Sid finish. Let him finish. Hey, is it pronounced Curtia? Curtia? Sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but hello. Saying hi to my kitties. Try to get Sally Face cosplay done. Or need another. Yeah, that's the problem when the costs start to catch up to you. Streamer just the cats. Yeah, well, we'll see. Like, I'm purposely going to be making most of the pie stuff on this table right here where the tripod is currently sitting instead of the kitchen counters, in part because I actually want the cats hopefully to like kind of interfere, not just because it would be cute for the stream, but also like they just, especially Sid has always just actually like enjoyed being a part of cooking. We kind of trained him from when he was a kitten to like, he likes to like sniff each of the ingredients and stuff. So it's like, for their sake, to like entertain them, I'm also hoping that they'll join me at the table. Like I set some of this up ahead of time so that like the cats could easily join in if they want to. We shall see though. Now that they've eaten, they might just be like off to have a food coma, but we'll see. Hi, Sherbet. Yellow, black, fluffy one looks exactly like the most. Oh, yeah. He's a big kitty. That's your kitty's more. They can be friends with my puppy Mila. Aw, that'd be cute. Hear my online name said out loud. People never say it. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm never sure how to like acknowledge people in the chat if I don't try to say their usernames out loud, but then I always say them wrong, so it's like. Hi, ZTA Cheeto, am I saying that right? Hi, Robert. Zoom in on the cats. Maybe I could if I like move the tripod a little, but here's Sid. Keep eating, Sid. Here's Glenn. Yeah, they're very, very cute. And yeah, I will move the tripod over in a moment. Just let Sid. Finish Sid. Wow. Let Sid finish. I always get so tongue-tied during these streams. Yeah, Sid. It looks like he's almost done. Glenn's like over here, just like waiting for his opportunity. Stream has better ratings than my shows. It's okay, Tenna. I love your shows. You say, is it pronounced Alicia? I'm sorry to hear she's not feeling well. I hope she'll feel better. I Dolly Chew. Yeah, we started off with the kitties. Are either of the cats picky? Yeah, Sid's pretty picky, actually, this one here. Glenn, the fluffy black one, he's like whatever, but he'll eat anything. But Sid here, I guess they're done. Yeah, see what I mean? Now Glenn just goes in for the rest. Yeah, Sid, actually, this is going to sound super strange to anyone who has cats, but Sid actually doesn't much like wet food, which I know is like super unusual for cats, but I don't know. He actually prefers kibble, and he can get very, very picky about it. And yeah, we just run into like constant issues with them because it's like Glenn will eat anything, and then Sid makes it so hard because he'll just randomly like decide at like random times, like he'll be like fine with something, and then suddenly he'll be like, actually, I don't actually like that thing anymore. I'm sorry. And then he just like will stop eating it. So he's a little frustrating. Also, sorry about this like lighting. The sun is going down, so this will look better soon. I could like bring my like screen back here, but there's actually not a lot of room back here because there's like a giant exercise bike. So pardon the angelic glow that I apparently have here. Hi, Isabella. Share the stream. Oh, thank you so much, Glamrock. Yeah, Rookie. I'm baking today. I set some of it up ahead of time, although there might be a few things missing here. Yeah, for anyone who just joined and like maybe isn't sure what we're doing, which cat is evil? I'd say Sid. Honestly, he's like the mischief maker. I wouldn't call him evil, but he's definitely like a troublemaker. So yeah, for anyone who is new here, if it goes so hard. Oh, thank you so much, Dolly Chew. I tried to go for like Toriel colors today. Actually, I went for like a full like Undertale thing. Like I obviously I got the annoying dog. I've got ghost earrings. Yeah, I even like went with like purple nails and stuff. Just like, yeah, I went for like, I tried to put some like goat color in my hair. The full Toriel experience without being an actual goat, obviously. Yeah, the cats are just like chilling over there. They're kind of like doing their like post-dinner, like whatever. We'll see. I left a box over here that Sid really likes, so we'll see if he'll join us. If he gets curious enough with all the smells, he might join us. But yeah, for any newcomers here, I am going to attempt to bake the infamous Butterscotch-Cinnamon pie that was first made famous in Undertale and then later on Deltarune. I've got a bunch of ingredients here. I'll kind of explain as I go. Also, the link to the recipe. These fall off all the time. I'm gonna pin this somewhere else. The link to the recipe is actually in the description of this video. So, hopefully that'll be better. Hope that doesn't get in the way. Yeah, if you want to like follow along or give it a try, yeah, the link should be. Well, hello. Don't you dare throw up on camera. Don't you dare. I see you got the twitchies. Don't you dare. He's one of those cats. Hanging out with Blukey. Oh my gosh. Here, I'll scooch this over so you can see Sid a bit better. Are you going to join us today? Yeah. You going to join us? I'll let you sniff all the ingredients. I know you like that. Yeah, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Come hang out with us, okay? Yeah, so I guess my only warning is I consider myself a pretty decent cook, not so much a good baker. Baking is like not my specialty. I don't do it that often because it's not my specialty. So I'm gonna do my best. But you know, baking compared to cooking is a lot of specifics and science, and I struggle a bit there. I mean, according to my roommates, anything I've ever baked, the pattern with me seems to be things. What? What? What are we so upset about? What? Why are we yelling? Do you want me to like raise that? I don't think I should do that during a live stream though. Yeah, usually the things I make, they tend to taste good but look bad. So I'll do my best to at least have the pie look nice today. Your dog's a troublemaker too, Sherbet. Love your outfit, girl. Oh, thank you so much, Drawing Corner. Never be ashamed of your outfit. Thank you, Randy. Yeah, sorry, just catching up here on the chat really quick before we get started here. Oh, welcome back, Ava. You see Kitty, yeah. Hi, Marcus. Yeah, we got Napster Blue back here. So, yeah, let's, I guess, get started. I've got, let me see if I can do this so that I'm going to try to pull this up so that I can see the chat and the recipe. If I can, like, get these windows to kind of cooperate. I don't know, though. Might be a little, maybe not. Every time I do, it like just moves the like chat box over. Oh wait, I have it on top chat too. I need live chat, sorry. There we go. Okay, sorry if I was reading things out of order. It always does that. It defaults to top chat instead of live chat, and then it makes it so confusing. There we go. It should be in order now. Sorry about that. He's helping. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've got some stuff ready here. It looks like at the beginning of this, we kind of prepare the pie crust. So it asked for a pre-baked crust. Well, not pre-baked, but you know what I mean, like the ready-to-bake ones. It seemed like the instructions were for just like any old pie crust, but it did say in the like optional section that you could like change up what type if you want. And I just really, really like graham cracker crusts on pies and cheesecakes and everything. So I went for graham cracker. I hope that'll be okay. The ones at the store all looked a little cracked, so I hope that's not a huge mistake on my part, but I just really, really love graham crackers. So it looked like step one was to preheat the oven as per the instructions on this. So I'm actually gonna have to like open this up because I think the instructions are like inside. So let's see. No leader reference. Yeah, it's like the edge does look a little bit cracked, but I think it'll be okay. Ooh, there's a recipe in here for a cherry dream pie. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's ready to use. If you want to give your no-bake recipe a golden crust, brush it with a beaten egg or egg whites, blah, blah, blah. 375 for 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to do things a little differently according to this recipe, the butterscotch-cinnamon pie recipe. But okay, let me preheat the oven really quick to 375, and I'll be right back. The kitchen's just right over here. Okay. Looks like the cats are back to being over there, but hopefully they'll return. Okay, so let me just double check what's next here. So directions: prepare and bake crust, preheat oven per pie crust instructions. And like I said, for any newcomers here, the recipe is linked in the description of the live stream if you want to follow along. There's actually quite a lot of like recipes for this pie made by like Undertale fans. So I went with this particular one after reading through a bunch of them, but if there's anything about this one that you don't like, just do a Google search and you'll find plenty of them. Okay, stir together melted butter, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, and nutmeg in a small bowl or cup. And how much salt are we, unsalted butter are we talking about? 4 tablespoons. Okay. So let me get a small cup and let me grab the butter, which is in the fridge right now. The recipe did get a little like bougie about it, and like it said like to get the more expensive like Kerrygold one, and I was like, I don't know, I always go for the cheapest butter possible, but then the recipe was like, it'll make it taste more butterscotchy if you do, it'll be worth it. So I was like, okay, fine, it's a special occasion. So I sprang for the Kerrygold just this once. So let me go grab that. Got my fridge over here. And get a small bowl. Sorry, I promise as this goes on and on, like I will be disappearing less and less from camera. But thankfully I have my mic, so I can like take y'all with me. So nice having an external mic finally. Okay, hopefully this bowl will be a decent size. So yeah, I sprang for the Kerrygold just this once. Usually I will not spend more money on big more expensive butters because I'm kind of a cheapskate, so. Graham cracker crusts are the best, right? I love graham cracker crusts. They're so good. They just add like this whole extra like layer of flavor. Okay, so we need 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, I'm like already getting butter on my hands. Blech. Right, 1, 2. I just want to make sure I do this like as close to correct as possible, because like, yeah, my my reputation as a baker is kind of It's too bad because I can cook just fine, but I don't know, I've just never been super good at baking. I mean, my roommates say my baking tastes good, and I guess that's all that matters, but it never looks very good. Y'all should have seen my FNAF cupcakes. Oh boy. They did taste good, but they were hideous. Maybe I'll make them again, though, in a live stream, like as we get closer to the FNAF 2 movie. Okay, we're gonna need more of this later, but let me just pop this back in the fridge really quick. It's like super melty, so just to avoid having like a giant puddle here. I forgot how melty the Kerrygold stuff is compared to like the cheaper butters. So it said to melt it. Let me just double check here. 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon and nutmeg. It doesn't actually say, I think, how much nutmeg. Or wait, does it? Hold on. Oh, 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just gonna eyeball that one, to be honest. Only 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon. That's kind of surprising. Okay, well, let me melt this thing up in the microwave really quick. And I'm gonna grab a teaspoon. It's like a giant bag of cat food in the way. Oops. Try like 30 seconds. All right. Where is my teaspoon? Got a whole bunch of these things in here. It's a little disorganized around here, but that's okay. What size is this? A leveler. Yeah, this will be close enough. All right. It's like getting there. I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds. All right. This is technically half a teaspoon, but I don't know. I like cinnamon a lot, so I might go like a little bit overboard with it. See why I'm better at cooking than baking? Like already I'm like doing this sort of thing. Love your earrings are amazing. Oh, thank you so much, friendly neighborhood leprechaun. I love that username. Fnoovy, is that what we're calling it now? Butterscotch cinnamon pie is amazing. Yeah, see, that's the other thing is, I don't know if I mentioned this yet during the stream. I've never made this before, but I've always wanted to because it sounds so delicious. So I really, really hope this will turn out good. I hope that my like terrible baking skills don't ruin this, but I'm gonna try my best. Always go with my heart with cinnamon. Exactly. That's how I am too, Strawberry Sundae. Like I don't know. There's certain seasonings I think you have to be a little more careful with, but when it comes to cinnamon, I'm just like, it's whatever you're feeling, you know? I love the cinnamon. Let me grab that bowl. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Hopefully I didn't like overheat it or anything. Again, I'm not a baker. I do my best. Oh yeah, Napstablook back here. Okay, so yeah, technically it called for like half of this. I'll do like a little over half, I think. Especially because like my roommates aren't even home now, so like the only person who is going to be tasting this is me, so I just want it to taste the way I want it to taste. So, okay, there's half of the cinnamon. And then with the nutmeg, we actually are like a little bougie about that one because I actually use nutmeg in cooking a lot. So we actually use the whole nutmeg. So I'm gonna like grab a grater so that I can like grate it. That's why it's like, I was like, I'm not gonna measure the nutmeg because I actually just grate off of the like the seeds. Yeah, and that's because yeah, I do actually use it a lot in cooking, surprisingly. In fact, my secret ingredient in my eggplant lasagna that I make is also nutmeg. Let's see if I can find that grater. Where did I put it? There it is. Now, I will say, I do like nutmeg, but you don't want to go like too hard with it because too much nutmeg starts to taste really gross. So I'm just gonna like do a bit. Like nutmeg is so wild because it's like a teeny little amount will taste amazing. And then it's like you go just a tiny drop overboard and suddenly it's like the worst taste ever. bit more. Maybe I'll do enough to just use up this seed. Because it's kind of like doing like a rind with like a lemon or something. Like you just do that very outer edge. I'm trying to be very careful because I have a history of bad things happening when I do this. I sure hope my roommates aren't watching this wherever they are at the moment, because they're probably cringing in horror knowing how I am with things. Okay. Let me just stir all that up. I think I'm just going to use a fork, honestly. If anyone here who is like good at baking is watching and is like hating every weird casual person technique that I'm doing, I apologize, but like I said, I'm not a baker. I very rarely bake, and when I do, I just do the best I can. I will say that this smells really good. I don't know, can you see it? Like, it looks really nice. Eggplant lasagna sounds so delicious. I love eggplant lasagna. Yeah, I make it where like I mix nutmeg into like the ricotta cheese. It's like peak. Made the nutmeg mistake with my coffee a couple weeks ago. Yeah, oh my gosh. One time I had the saddest thing. I like splurged on a chai latte at Starbucks, which is like expensive. It was like such a rare thing for me, and I like wanted a little, there's the oven, a little extra nutmeg, and I accidentally like dumped like the thingy, like the cap was like off a bit, and oh boy did I ruin that chai latte. It was undrinkable. I took one sip and was like, oh, like it was so bad. Ugh, are people already doing inappropriate demands? I purposely avoided doing this in the kitchen because I knew the kind of comments I would get if I was in the kitchen. So afraid I'll slice my finger on those things. Yeah. Like I said, my roommates probably, if they knew I was doing this, they'd be like, oh no, she's unsupervised with one of those. Finger flavor, okay. Glad to see you absolutely having fun baking together. Yeah, I figured, you know, they need some enrichment, right? Some entertainment. I don't know how to cook. Yeah, cooking is tough. I didn't know how to cook for a long time, and then I kind of like eventually got around to it. But like, once you learn to do it, it's actually pretty fun. Not the chai, I know. I was like so upset. Like I had splurged on such a rare treat and then ruined it completely. It's like 3 people. Wow, really? 3 already? Oh, jeez. Baking with plushies are life goals. I was so tempted to just like, as we like carry on, to start like adding more and more plushies back there. We'll see. So sorry, let me just check out the next thing. So, yeah, stir together melted butter, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, small bowl or cup. Done. Brush on unbaked pie crust evenly, covering the entire surface. Then you poke bottom of pie crust with a fork. Optional, and I'm going to do this optional part. Place a layer of small marshmallows, smooshed until somewhat flat on the bottom of the pie crust. It said optional, and I was like, I'm sorry, in what universe is a pie crust with a layer of marshmallow optional? No, that is a must. I love marshmallows so much. So, okay. Let us brush this on. Do I have like a... I thought we had a brush for this kind of thing. Again, we don't bake that often around here. We cook a lot. We don't bake often. Let me see if I've got the brush. Well, for those who don't know, I will be cooking tomorrow because I will be doing the Undine pasta stream. So hopefully I'll be a bit more in my element with that one. Since cooking is something I'm a little more familiar with. Wow, this is like a lot of like, okay, I mean, it just says to pour it all in there, huh? All of it though, really? It seems like so much, but okay. Watch me like ruin this recipe like just immediately. I guess I just have to go for it. Oh man. Baking makes me so nervous. I'm assuming they also mean, oh sorry, you probably can't see. Let me scooch this over. There we go. Yeah, I guess if we are going to cover like the entire surface though, you do kind of have to like, yeah, okay. I get it now, I see. If you want to like get it all up the edges and stuff. Again, if there's anyone here who's like good at baking, I'm sorry. I know this is probably horrifying to watch, but that's what makes it funny to live stream, right? Like I like to clown on myself. I know I'm bad at things. I'm not like delusional. Plus, isn't it fun to sometimes like just watch normal casual people do this sort of thing? There's plenty of like professionals online, you know, who do all the fancy schmancy stuff and do it well. I'm just a normie. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any. Gosh, I hope it'll be worth it that I sprang for the Kerrygold, because this is a lot of butter. Oh boy. Make sure I just get this upper edge here. Okay. Head nut Glamrock? No worries, thanks for joining. Marshmallows just like the astronauts eat. Trust the process and whatnot. Yeah, I hope so. Ugh. I get so nervous when baking. I'm not good at it. Have you ever had a live where nobody was watching for the first like hour? Oh yeah, like all the time. When I first started live streaming here, I'd have like 3 people maybe. Like it was only like the last like few weeks that I started getting viewers, and I was like, oh, what do you know? People are watching. It's up and down though. Gosh, my shorts video yesterday just TikTok just straight up restricted it. Like literally told me and everything. And YouTube just didn't tell me, but clearly did it. I don't know. I'm trying my best as a content creator. Probably soak up as it goes. That's what I'm hoping, yeah. So, okay, I gotta poke some holes in the crust. I have no idea how many because, again, I'm not a baker. I'm just guessing. Seems like it's just breaking the crust, but whatever. Hopefully the marshmallows will kind of like solidify it. So then, yeah, said, it didn't say how many marshmallows. I think it's like just enough to like cover the bottom. Some of better than others doesn't have to be confident with yourself. Yeah, I try. I mean, thankfully, like since my roommates aren't here, like if this does turn out terrible, the only person who has to try it and be sad at how bad it is just me. Like, I'm glad that they're not here because like if I like hyped it up and was like, I'm gonna have pie for y'all by the end of this, and that it like was terrible, I'd feel so sad. I did tell them like that I was doing this and that if this turned out good, that I would like make sure that like I saved some for them, like because they're not gonna be back for several days. But I made sure to like specify like only if it turns out good though. So it said to smoosh it with a fork. I don't know how much I can really smoosh anything here, but there's only so much smooshing you can do with these before they just kind of spring back up. We never have Kerrygold. Yeah, same. This is a special occasion only. Like I never ever spring for the like expensive butters. I never see the point of it unless I'm doing something fancy schmancy, which is never. I could already tell, like, this is just gonna be such a, like, me kind of pie by the end. Like, anything I bake always just ends up with, like, a little star on it that just says, like, you tried your best. That's probably good enough. That's about as much smooshing as I can really do. This is gonna be so messy. So underrated. Oh, thank you, friendly neighborhood leprechaun. Yeah, I don't know. I can't seem to win. I don't know why. It's clearly something I'm doing wrong because I struggle on all apps, like across the board. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just too weird and awkward, out of touch for social media. Your TikTok username same as YouTube? Yeah, I go by the same name across the board on all socials. What am I making? This is gonna be a butterscotch-cinnamon pie from like Undertale and Deltarune. Marshmallow package ASMR. I know. Oh my gosh, I love marshmallows so freaking much. Like, I was like looking forward to being able to just like pop these while I was doing this. More creeps in the comments, of course. Aren't there always? Love the blue key in the corner. Yeah, he's just chilling. Okay, so next step, place layer of marshmallows, bake pie crust per instructions or until golden brown. Optional marshmallow layer should have browned and caramelized. Oh, that sounds good. Please work, I'm begging. So as per the instructions, 375 for 5 minutes and then like leave it out to cool. Always place the crust on a cookie sheet prior to filling for all your baked recipes. Okay. And I just like leave it in the tin foil, right? I realize how stupid that sounds. Right? Like I just like leave it like this, I assume. I haven't made a pie in like at least a year. It's not that I've never done it, but yeah, it's been a long time. You can leave it in the tin? Okay, good. So let me just pop this in there for just, yeah, apparently 5 minutes, and then we'll like let it cool while I'm doing the rest of this. Okay. I have 36. All right. I also have a Dr. Pepper in the other room that I should grab. I'll do that in a second. Yeah, I'll leave it in the tin foil and go in the oven. Yeah, that's what I figured, because like, you know, when I like sometimes I've like baked like bacon and stuff and you just like put it on like tin foil and things, so hopefully that'll be okay. I'll probably check on it in like a minute or two just in case. I'm a little paranoid with that stuff. All right, next step. Ooh, I'll have to make sure I don't forget that. So after I leave it out to cool, there's another optional thing that I personally did not consider optional. Melt the butterscotch chips in a bowl via microwave or over the stovetop and drizzle the melted butterscotch over the pie crust edges. Then stick the crust in the fridge so the melted butterscotch solidifies. Okay, but I think we have to make sure it cools before we do that. So other than that, we can move on to the filling. Let's see. Might have to move into the kitchen for this part. In a medium saucepan over low heat, melt and slightly brown the butter, stir in the brown sugar, increase heat to medium, stirring constantly comes to a boil. Cook for a minute or until it starts to smell like caramel. Oh, that sounds good. Then remove from heat. Okay, let me grab a saucepan. I'll bring it back over here though. Actually, the saucepan's kind of gross. Let me grab the other one. We have like a backup pan. Not that it's gross, it's just old. We have a nicer, newer one. Okay, medium saucepan. And then how much butter are we talking for the filling? Oh, Wait, what? Oh, I definitely used more butter than needed for the pie crust. I was looking at the pie filling instead of the crust part, because for some reason this lists the filling first and then the crust, even though the directions are the opposite. Well, whatever. It's just gonna taste extra buttery. Has that ever been a problem though when baking, that something tastes buttery? Oh well. So for the filling, you want 4 tablespoons. For the crust, it was 2 tablespoons, but I did 4. Like I said, I'm not a baker. Not my specialty. 4 tablespoons butter for the pie filling. Okay, so let me get the Kerrygold back out then. Hey, at least I'm like getting my money's worth on the Kerrygold. Keep the tin sometimes, reuse them. Oh, that's a good idea. Make a mouse so pretty. Yeah. So Joey just had a pie joke. Yeah, I'm American. Max was giving us 1,000 yards. Yeah. I was the only one to watch it because you're underage and you deserve it. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, animatronics. Probably less healthy with more butter, but definitely more delicious. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it didn't make it too soggy. I guess that would be my only concern, but I can't imagine it would make it, like, taste worse. Actually, yeah, I'm paranoid, though. Let me just, like, take a peek at the crust before I do anything. I know that's super paranoid, but... It looks okay. I'll give it another minute or two. The marshmallows are definitely starting to brown though, so I don't want to like leave it in there much longer. Oh yeah, the Kerrygold, sorry. All right. So this time we actually want 4. My bad. Great, and here I'm doing all the optional stuff too, adding the marshmallows and the butterscotch chips. This is gonna be the most unhealthy version of this that the recipe offers. And then some. Sorry. But like I said, special occasion. I never bake and stuff. Like this is very rare for me. And I usually cook pretty healthy actually, so this is like super rare that I do this kind of thing. So I think it's fine. I can get away with it. Everything in moderation, right? Yeah, I do remember thinking though that that was a lot of, oops, in the saucepan, a lot of butter before. Oops. So that should be the correct amount. Do you get a lot of HP if you eat it early? I'd like to think so. Chad is kind of dying. It often does. I'm not the best at like holding people's attention. I fully admit it. I'm a little scatterbrained and just a little hectic and yeah. Let me check on the pie crust again. It looks very close. Maybe I should take it out. Hold on, let me grab some oven mitts. I'll show you all in a second. I'm gonna move the camera over here in a moment. But yeah, I don't want to burn anything, so just in case, I'm going to take this out and then show you all how it looks as it's like cooling. Cause yeah, the marshmallows are like, they're like puffed up now, you know, and I don't want them to like, yeah, cause I can see a little. Well, here, you know what? There might be some people here who know better than I do. Let me bring the camera over and like, y'all tell me what you think. Now bear in mind this is a graham cracker crust. Does that look done? Because there's like edges here, but like, I don't know, it still seems very soft to me though, which makes me think maybe it needs more time. Should it be soft? I know there's too much butter in there, but yeah, maybe the butter increased the time though. As if it was so easy now because you have the cinnamon butterscotch pie. Yeah, right. But yeah, I don't know. I can't tell if this is done or not. I mean, the marshmallow is definitely like puffed up, but actually what I thought was browning, I think is actually just graham cracker. Still a little soft. I'd say give it a minute or so. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm thinking too. All right, let me just over here for a second. Sorry if there's any messiness in the kitchen. Again, I live with other minute or two. Depends if you want marshmallows toast. I kind of do. I will say it smells really good though. Yeah, so let me just grab the saucepan. With the butter in it. And I'm gonna grab my laptop too, just to like make sure I don't